Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today, as you can tell, you can't see my face, but it's because today is going to be all about nails. I'm going to show you guys how I do my dip nails using this Revel Nail brand that I picked up in Ohio at the makeup show. So first, let me show you what you guys are gonna need. The first thing is gonna be like an old washcloth. This is just gonna be really nice for picking up any debris, cleanup will be a breeze, and if anything spills, it'll hopefully fall in here before it catches your table, so there's less risk of messing up your table. The second thing you're gonna need is a good nail file for shaping and sometimes even smoothing the nail. This one is the ASP 180 grit. I think it's the hardest one you could get at Sally's. The next two things you're gonna need are two buffers. Now you really only need about one, but I like to have two because I have this one for smoothing the surface of the nail, and I like this one to really give a shine to the surface of the nail. So this one is not as necessary, but I like to have it because I feel like it gives you the best chance of your nails being the shiniest. And then the last tool that you're gonna need is just this like bamboo brush. This is really just gonna be for brushing off on any debris, and we're gonna use this when we actually dip the nail, which you guys are gonna see. And this you can order online. I've found at like nail supply stores. Actually, I think Sally's didn't have it, but I just got mine online. I just looked up bamboo brush. So on the things that you're actually gonna need from Revel Nail, the first thing that you're gonna need is the Pro Base. It's the #1 with the purple top. This is gonna be, I don't wanna say the most important, but you're definitely gonna need this. This is what you're gonna apply between dipping your nail. The second one is this one. It's the activator. This one has the gray top. This is what you're gonna apply when we're done dipping our nails. And #3, the one that you're gonna need is the finishing gel. This is what's gonna give it a nice protective coat and that really nice gel-like shine. And then I do have this one. It's when your brush gets hard, your Pro Base brush, the one with the purple top, you switch it with this brush that's here and it helps to soften the brush again. So this one's optional, but it's really good to have. And they all come together in their starter kit. And then the next things that you're gonna need is your actual dip color. Now I have two here. I have the D75 Vivien Clear. The reason I have this one is because since my nails are a little thinner, I need to dip my nails into clear before I dip my nail into my color, just to make sure that it's a good layer and it's nice and thick and I don't have to worry about my nails being brittle. So if you already have thicker nails, you could totally skip this one, but if not, I do recommend using this because it does really help to strengthen the nail. And then the last thing you're gonna need, which is the most important, is your dip color. Now this one is D55 Mia. It's just a really pretty true red. I'm really excited. The other thing I want to say is when you are shopping for dip powder colors, try to find a swatch or a sample nail that they have, because the powders are much lighter than the actual nail is going to turn out to be. Okay, now the first thing you're gonna do is make sure your hands are clean, which mine are. And then the second thing you're gonna do is just buff the shine off of all of your nails. Now I am wearing nail tips because I want my nails to be a little bit longer, but you don't have to wear nail tips. You can honestly just do it on your bare nail. And applying these nail tips is exactly the same way as you would for like acrylic. So I'm gonna take the hardest grit on my purple buffer that I got at Sally's, and I'm just gonna gently take the shine off of my natural nail and the tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff the rest of my nails and then I'll be back. So now that we've buffed all our nails, the first thing we wanna do is take our Pro Base, which is #1 with the purple top, and we're gonna do a nice even coat on one of our nails. And as you can see, I've already done my pinky. So now we're gonna do my ring finger. And again, you don't want it to be too thick or too light. You just want a good even coat. And then after doing that, I'm gonna first dip it into my clear. I'm gonna tap off the excess. And then here's where I'm gonna use my bamboo brush again. I'm just gonna gently go over it to make sure that I don't have too much excess, because then if you do, your nail's gonna come out very lumpy. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Let's do it on our pinky. And now we're gonna dip it into our red. Again, tap off the excess. And then using our nice brush, as gently as you can, just go over it, just to get off any excess. And then we're just gonna do that one more time. So again, go over your entire nail with a nice even coat of your pro base. And then we're gonna dip it into our color one more time. Tap off the excess. And then using our brush, we're just gonna gently go over it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of my nails, and then I'll be right back. Okay, the next thing we wanna do is take our number 2, the activator, the one with the gray top, and we're gonna go ahead and put this all over all 10 nails. You wanna make sure they each will have 2 minutes to dry, and you wanna make sure you do all the edges and the tip as well. Now, I do just wanna mention that if you do have a little cut or, you know, any little cuticle injury, maybe from cleaning up your cuticles before you started doing this, this is gonna sting. So just a little heads up about that. Now the next thing that we're gonna do after the activator has had 2 minutes to dry on each nail is I'm gonna take my nail file and my 2 buffers, and I'm gonna start shaping the nails how I want and just making sure that the surface is really nice and smooth. So the first thing I'm gonna do is with my nail file, and I'm gonna go ahead, you really wanna make sure that you get those edges, because as you can tell, the edges will look kind of curved and thick, especially if you did tips like I did. So you want to make sure to use the nail file to make those nice and straight. Now when you're using your buffer, you always want to start out with the roughest edge first and slowly move your way to the softest. And you just want to gently buff the top of the nail. You don't want to be too rough, because you can buff off the color all the way down to your nail or down to the clear layer. So you don't want to do that, because then you basically have to start over again and it's just a hot mess. Now you can also use a drill for this if you have one. The only reason I'm not using it is because I noticed when I first did, I was a little too heavy-handed, and that situation happened to me, to where on the sides I had gone down to the clear. So for me, I find it easier to just use a buffer, which is why I really stress the importance of the bamboo brush between layers, just wiping off the excess, because that's really gonna help give you already a smooth surface. So really, this part of the job is just so easy. So after I've used my rough buffer, now I'm gonna go ahead and use my softer one. So first I'm gonna use this gray side, then I'm gonna use this white side that's really gonna polish it. And by doing that step, it's just really gonna ensure that when we do the last step with our top coat, you're just gonna get the glossiest and shiniest finish. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shape the rest of my nails and buff them with the rough buffer and then the soft buffer, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we finally finished buffing and styling all our nails, shaping them. So they do have a little bit of shine because I used that nice buffer that I showed you guys. So now the next step is I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse my nails. It's important that you rinse it with just water, no soap. And then I'm also gonna just kind of get all the dust out of this so that when we're putting on the top coat, none of that dust gets in there to kind of take away from that nice shine. So, okay, so I'm gonna go rinse off. Okay, so our next step, now that our nails are washed and dried, is we're gonna apply another coat of the activator. And again, we're gonna wait about 2 minutes for that to totally dry. So make sure to give it a good, nice, heavy coat. And then the next thing we're gonna do is apply our number 3 finishing gel. So we're just gonna apply this to all 10 nails. And how you wanna apply is you actually wanna do 2 to 3 kind of fast strokes, wait about 15 seconds, and then apply one good thick coat. So just 2 to 3 kind of like fast ones. We're gonna wait 15 seconds. And now we're gonna apply our nice thicker coat. I don't want to say thicker, but just more precise. Make sure to go all the way to the edges and do the edge in the front. And another way to do this that can help you cut some time so you don't have to wait for each nail for 15 seconds is just go ahead and do kind of the fast coat on all your nails on one hand, and then wait, I would say maybe like 5 seconds, and then go ahead and do the second more precise coat. And then that way it's just gonna cut you some time and be a little faster. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my other hand, and then you wanna wait 1 to 2 minutes for this to dry. So I'll be back. Okay guys, now that our top coat is dry, we're just gonna take a little bit of cuticle oil. Now, Revel Nail does have one, but honestly you could use whichever one. I'm gonna use this one from Gelish. I got it at Sally's. It's their Nourish oil, but just any cuticle oil again is okay. It's just since we've been buffing so much, our poor cuticles are probably just destroyed. So you wanna do a good hefty amount of this glorious stuff on your cuticles. And then after you do like a pretty good amount on each one, we're just gonna go ahead and rub it in, just really massage it in to make sure that all of our cuticles are covered. And it's honestly, even if you're not wearing nail polish, if you make it a habit of doing this, your nails will look and feel so healthy, even if you're not even wearing nail polish. So now we're just gonna go ahead and quickly massage it in. Alright guys, and that's it. These are my gel nails. As you could see, it was very easy to do. Again, I'm wearing the shade DP55 Mia from Revel Nail. You could find them online. They're also on Instagram. But it's a really easy process. I would say if you do just 2 layers of the color, it'll take you about an hour. If you do the color and the clear, it'll probably take you about an hour, 15 hour. Honestly, the most it's taken me is an hour and a half. Another little couple tips I want to give you is actually online I saw that you could do the color first for 2 and then do clear on top, and it helps to protect the color so you don't file down. There's less chances of filing down to the color. So I'll probably try that next time and just let you guys know how it goes. Another little tip is that whenever you are doing the pro base and dipping your nail, make sure to get to all the edges, all the way to the skin almost, just to make sure that you have a good full coverage of your nail polish, because there's nothing worse than when you're done and then you look to the side and there's this like huge strip of bare nail. So just make sure to do all the edges, and you want to do that as well as well with the finishing gel. So all right guys, that is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this nail tutorial. I just wanted to quickly mention I am not a cosmetologist. I'm not a nail technician. I honestly, everything that I've learned about nails is from YouTube and Pinterest and all that jazz. So obviously there are 100 people out there that could probably do an amazing job, way better than I did, but this is just a little quick at-home way I've been doing my nails and been able to save some money instead of going to the salon all the time, because as you guys know, dip nail is pricey. So all right, I will link the majority of these products on the description bar below, and I think that's it guys. I'll see you guys for my next video. Bye.